Welcome back. There are so many paths to health and wellness. Most of us know only one path, which is our standard healthcare system. In many ways, that system's amazing, but in so many ways, there's need for improvement. There's so much more that we can do for ourselves outside of traditional medical care to maintain the best physical and mental health. Our next guest devotes her entire life to doing just that. Joyce Rockwood is a gut health coach, certified gravity-based colon hydrotherapist, and she owned and operated 2 very successful New York City wellness centers. She's been working in natural medicine and natural healing since 1996. Her clients experience deep transformation from her 3-pillar process that focuses on proper nourishment, detoxification, and rejuvenation with essential oils. She's a frequent guest lecturer nationally, speaking on her unique expertise in healing the body from the inside out. Hi, Joyce. Thanks so much for being with us today. You're doing some amazing things, really amazing things. Tell us more about you.
Well, Dr. Dean, thank you so much for having me on. It's an honor to be in your presence and to speak to your audience. I believe that your body and you have the ability to heal from the inside out naturally. And I also believe that detoxification is the most powerful and overlooked aspect of healing successfully long term.
Well, let's start at the beginning, because most of our viewers aren't familiar with detoxification. So what can you tell us?
It's pretty simple. The concept of detoxification is the removal of unwanted poisons and toxins from the body that are causing harm, ill, or disorientation to the gut. So detoxification is something that's super important. There are certain levels that the body does on its own, but then there are other levels that we can dive into to support the body in elevating in ways that people don't even know is possible, which is where I come in.
Well, there's so much about health that so many of us ignore and aren't aware of, and one of them is how the lack of digestive health really affects our overall health. What are the signs and symptoms of digestive health?
Yeah, that's a very good question because, over 70% of Americans are suffering with some form of digestive disease. And what's really cool and empowering side of that is that 90% of human illness can be either prevented from what we eat by what we eat, or it can be reversed. So when we look at digestive health, if you're suffering with a lot of gas, bloating, poor sleep, interrupted sleep, restless sleep, skin issues are a really big thing, right? Headaches, chronic indigestion, where there's a lot of burping and reflux and things of that nature. Back pain. I mean, you can name almost anything, right? We talk about the immune system being one cell layer away from the gut. 70% of your immune system resides in the gut. So if you're chronically getting sick, if you have autoimmune disease, that's a very common thing these days, right? Back in the early 2000s, I barely even knew how to pronounce Hashimoto's. So some of those issues are going to let you know that you're having digestive issues and digestive malaise.
So, in a nutshell, what can people do?
So, well, the first step that I would recommend for all of my clients and anyone listening is actually the first step in my 3-pillar process, which is called healing from the inside out. And so the first thing I always recommend is bringing in fresh pressed vegetable juice to the diet. And there's a very systematic way to do that. The other thing people can do if they don't own a juicer is to start eating more raw foods, more raw green leafy foods in the form of big salads. It's one of my favorite hashtags. Before you're eating anything that's cooked, because the raw foods, the green leafy vegetables, are very helpful in not only sweeping the gut and loosening up the matter that's accumulated, that's causing a lot of the lethargy, the poor sleep, the poor digestion, the low energy, but it's also triggering a lot of the emotional issues that people have around anxiety and depression and mood imbalance. So we bring in the salads before cooked food. Those are 2 of my top tips to get started on detox.
This is really great information. Where can viewers contact you to learn for more?
Thank you so much. It would be my pleasure to help anyone listening who's looking to really elevate their well-being. I can be reached at detox@joycerockwood.com, or you can find me online right at my website, joycerockwood.com, where all of my social media avenues are reachable and linked there.
And I hear you have a gift for our viewers.
Yes, yes, absolutely. I'm so excited to share more with you. And this is really just the tip of the iceberg. So, I've created a free juicing recipe ebook for you. So, if you really want to get started and have some more ideas that are creative at your fingertips, you'll get the free ebook. And I've also created a really valuable sort of mini masterclass in the form of a 3-part video series.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much, Dr. Jean. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Thank you, Joyce. We'll be right back after one last break. Do you remember when you were a kid? Most of us have memories of eating bags of Halloween candy and French fries galore and ice cream sundaes. Getting old stinks. Now we have to watch everything, and we still see the numbers on the scale go up. Listen, life is meant to be enjoyed, and food is enjoyment. The great singer Luciano Pavarotti once said, "One of the best things in life is the way we must regularly stop whatever we're doing and devote our attention to eating." Think about it. Food is central to so much of human life. People throughout history have been breaking bread together, communing with each other. Who can deny the power of grandma's chicken soup, or the gift of candy to a child, or the memories created by the Sunday family meal? Society has forever been centered around food and eating, but somewhere along the way it's all gotten out of hand. And what should nourish us now is at the heart of the disease for young and old. So learn how to eat the right things. Learn how to live right. Rekindle the right relationship with food. You have to start somewhere. So start by cleansing your body and limiting your carbs. You'll soon get to the point where you don't have to count anymore. And then you'll really be able to enjoy one of the best things in life. Until next time, I'm Dr. Jean, helping you find the good life.